Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or perhaps you've been in the middle of a sentence and a common word, a word you've used 1,000 times, simply vanishes from your mind. Maybe you wake up feeling like there's a thick, gray cloud between you and the world, making it hard to focus on your morning paper or keep up with a fast-moving conversation. If you're over the age of 60, you might have been told that this is just part of getting older. You might even joke about having a senior moment, but I want to stop you right there. While small changes in processing speed can occur as we age, a persistent, heavy brain fog is not a normal or necessary part of aging. Brain fog is a signal. It is your brain's way of waving a red flag, telling you that its internal environment is out of balance. It is often a result of neuroinflammation, oxidative stress, or a breakdown in the communication between your neurons. The good news? Your brain is remarkably resilient. Even in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, your brain possesses neuroplasticity, the ability to repair, rewire, and clear the clouds. The first and most critical reason people over 60 experience brain fog is a failure in the brain's waste management system. Did you know that your brain actually has its own plumbing system? It's called the glymphatic system. Think of your brain like a busy office building. Throughout the day, your neurons are working hard, creating energy and processing information. This process creates metabolic trash, specifically a protein called amyloid beta. If this trash isn't taken out, it builds up, clogs the hallways of your brain, and causes the sluggishness we call brain fog. The catch: the janitor only comes out when you are in deep, slow-wave sleep. During this stage of sleep, your brain cells actually shrink by about 60%, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to rush in and flush the waste out into your body's general circulation to be filtered by your liver. The clarity habit, the 65-degree rule. As we age, our sleep architecture changes. We spend less time in that deep, cleansing sleep. To fight brain fog, you must optimize your environment to force the brain into deep sleep. The temperature trigger: your brain needs your core temperature to drop by about 2 degrees to initiate deep sleep. Set your thermostat to 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. A cool room is a clear brain. The magnesium anchor. Many seniors are deficient in magnesium, a mineral that helps the brain switch from active to rest. Taking a high-quality magnesium glycinate supplement an hour before bed can help quiet the nervous system, allowing the glymphatic janitor to do its job. The side sleeper secret. Recent research suggests that the glymphatic system works most efficiently when you sleep on your side. This position facilitates the drainage of waste better than sleeping on your back or stomach. If you wake up with morning fog, try training yourself to stay on your side. It's a simple mechanical shift that can lead to a massive increase in morning mental clarity. If you have brain fog, you might be looking at your head, but you should actually be looking at your stomach. Scientists now refer to the gut as our second brain. They are connected by the vagus nerve, a massive superhighway of information. When the microbiome in your gut is out of balance, a state called dysbiosis, it creates inflammation. This inflammation doesn't stay in your gut. It travels up the vagus nerve and crosses the blood-brain barrier. Once inside the brain, it activates cells called microglia. Think of microglia as the brain's immune system. When they are irritated by gut inflammation, they produce brain fog as a defense mechanism. The anti-fog diet. To clear the mind, we must heal the gut. For those over 60, this means addressing 2 specific areas. The sugar spike. Refined sugars and flours cause glucose spikes. When your blood sugar crashes, your brain loses its primary fuel source, leading to instant fog. Switch to slow carbs like lentils, berries, and steel-cut oats. The polyphenol power-up. Polyphenols are compounds found in brightly colored plants that act as prebiotics, feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Dark chocolate, at least 70%, blueberries in green tea are literal fog cutters because they lower gut-borne inflammation. The hydration multiplier. I cannot stress this enough. Dehydration is the #1 hidden cause of brain fog in seniors. As we age, our thirst receptors become less sensitive. By the time you feel thirsty, your brain is already suffering. The habit: start your day with 16 ounces of water before your coffee. Caffeine is a diuretic. It pulls water out. If you put caffeine into a dehydrated brain, you are essentially frying your circuits. Water first, clarity second. Your brain is an oxygen hog. It uses 20% of your body's total oxygen supply. If you are breathing shallowly, which many of us do when we are stressed or sitting for long periods, your brain is essentially suffocating in slow motion. This lack of oxygen leads to a drop in ATP, energy production in your neurons. The movement snack. You don't need to run a 5K to clear brain fog. What you need are movement snacks. Every 45 minutes of sitting, you must stand up and move for 3 minutes. Why? Because the simple act of standing and walking across the room engages the calf pump. Your calf muscles act as a second heart, pushing blood and oxygen against gravity and back up toward your brain. If you sit for 3 hours straight, your blood pools in your legs, your brain oxygen drops, and the fog sets in. The box breathing reset. If you feel a sudden wave of confusion or fuzziness during the day, use the box breathing technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold empty for 4 seconds. This doesn't just increase oxygen, it resets your autonomic nervous system. It moves you from fight or flight, which shuts down the thinking brain, to rest and digest, which opens up the thinking brain. High-energy, clear-headed seniors know how to manage their state through their breath.
Finally, we have to talk about the use it or lose it principle. Brain fog can sometimes be a result of neural boredom. If your daily life is highly repetitive, the same TV shows, the same conversations, the same route to the store, your brain begins to prune its connections to save energy. It goes into a dormant state. The power of novelty. To keep the fog away, you must engage in active learning. This is different from brain games on your phone. Sudoku is okay, but it only makes you better at Sudoku. To clear fog, you need to learn something that feels difficult. Learn a language. This forces the brain to create entirely new folders for information. Play an instrument. This requires multimodal processing, sight, touch, hearing, and rhythm all at once. The non-dominant challenge. Try eating or writing with your non-dominant hand for 10 minutes a day. This shocks the brain into awareness and forces the two hemispheres to communicate. Social wealth. Isolation is one of the leading causes of cognitive decline in those over 60. A deep, stimulating conversation is the most complex task a human brain can perform. It requires rapid-fire processing of tone, body language, memory, and logic. The ritual. Make it a point to have one high-quality conversation every day. Discuss a book, a piece of news, or a shared memory. The social brain is a clear brain. The clear path forward. Brain fog is not your destiny. It is a temporary state that can be reversed with the right daily signals. Sleep on your side in a cool room to let the janitor work. Hydrate and feed your gut to stop the flow of inflammation. Move every hour to keep the oxygen flowing. Challenge your mind with something new and frustrating. You have a lifetime of wisdom stored in that mind of yours. Don't let a little fog keep you from sharing it. You've spent decades building your life. Now use these tips to ensure you can enjoy every single clear-headed moment of it. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe and share it with someone who might be struggling with their own senior moments.